Hey, this is Mike Madden, the Mental Block Doc. Are you ready to kick your butts for good? Here is something very important to keep in your mind as you're quitting your smoking habit. When you don't act on your smoking urges, you should feel pride. You should feel accomplishment. You should feel excitement. These feelings aren't just about feeling good for feeling good's sake. It actually has a useful neurological function. See, it speeds along brain changes that erases your smoking urges. When you do an action or a behavior that's given attention and significance, it strengthens the connections. Therefore, it only makes sense to find ways to focus positive attention on your accomplishments. Congratulating yourself, sharing your victory with others actually serves to strengthen connections in the prefrontal part of your brain. And it actually weakens the old ones that supports the smoking habit. Focusing your attention elsewhere can actually help the faulty brain pathways change faster. So try to get on with your life as if smoking was no longer a part of it anymore, and seek other things to focus on besides what you used to do with your cigarettes. Turning your mental energy away from your habit helps to weaken the habit. See, what is already in your life that you can focus your attention on, especially things that get you excited and charged up? Is there anything positive that you want to add to your life to focus on now that you're no longer going to be doing your smoking habit? Any activities, hobbies, volunteer opportunities, personal projects that you want to get to that you haven't in the past? Get out your notebooks. I want you to do an exercise focusing on the positive aspects of your new life without your smoking habit. Bringing the benefits of overcoming your smoking habit to the front of your mind and revisiting them often can help you to keep you on the path to being completely free of your smoking habit. Now, it's possible, almost probable, but I'll say possible, that you may give in to some of your urges from time to time. If this happens, it doesn't mean that you're not making progress, especially during the first few weeks when you may be experiencing frequent and possibly very strong urges. This is what you have to fall back on. You've gained, if you've been watching my videos, you've gained a lot of new ideas and insights, which will energize you to change. You now realize that you have power over your urges, and you can be excited about a future that is free from the smoking habit. Now, the difference between moving forward to complete freedom and sliding back to old patterns often depends upon how quickly you act on these new ideas. Let's talk about what to do when you're tempted to backslide into the smoking habit. Get out your notebook. I want you to write about what you will do when you experience your very next urge. And I want you to commit to not acting upon it. As you experience urges with that sense of detachment, you will likely hear some very convincing arguments in your head to go back to your smoking habit. It's just your brain being energy efficient. The prefrontal cortex uses more energy than other parts of your brain. The brain is a very efficient organ, and it's going to try to rely on energy-saving neural pathways, which basically are your old habits whenever possible. Knowing that feeling of being drawn back to your old smoking habit does not mean you're weak or you have a bad or malicious brain. It's simply trying to be economical, because the prefrontal cortex isn't necessary for immediate survival. The brain naturally defers to other pathways, especially automatic habits of the lower brain. This is why the brain will keep trying to pull you back until changes finally take root and you're free, and being free from your habit, that's your new norm from now on. Your job is to stay on course regardless of these messages that the lower brain sends. See, when that happens, remind yourself of these three things. Number one, the appeal of the old smoking habit is false. Your brain is just simply being energy efficient. The appeal of the old habit is only temporary. You're not always going to feel the need to do your smoking habit. And if you don't allow yourself to be swayed by these false appeals of your smoking habit, your brain will change and those habits will stop being appealing. We're going to get into this a little bit more later on in future videos, but for more information, please click the link in the description below. Let's make this the year that you kick your butts for good.